for the engine, getting a bearing on the flywheel. There's the dirt. Take your USA fluid canister. So we got 20 pounds or so in it, a little less. Let's get it in the system. Put it on there. Take the brush. Wet the brush a little bit. This is the best way to work. 1 or 2 inch brush. Apply it like this. Into the magneto. There's the iron core. Ain't much you can see in a dark shop like this. We don't bring in Hollywood camera lights. You just take and do the job. If you want a little bit more, you just set that right there like that. Just read the little button there. That's it easy, up and down. And you don't have to shoot a big stream, 20 feet long. Put 5 or 10 pounds of pressure in that thing unless you're a week in the shop, going all around, lubing up things. You gotta let that soak in there a little bit. We'll take a rag and we'll wipe all the grime off it. Put the flywheel back on. There's the flywheel over here. We'll do the same thing on the flywheel. We'll just do a paint job with the USA fluid. You'll see how nice that's going to come out right there. You know, you're in the sunlight. You can see things a little better. Just put that on there like that. Get the brush. There's the new bearing that's going on. The other one was dead. Froze up and stopped the motor. Just put a key in here. See how simple that is? You just paint this on like paint. It ain't paint. It's a preservative. It's a world's only preservative penetrant. It becomes a preservative after it goes on the surface. There's the inside. The biggest reason the engines don't run is because the flywheel is corroded. Once this is all buffed off, it won't collect any dust anymore, normal. And there won't be no corrosion or rust. Clean dust, you just clean it. But when you got rust, you get dust on top of your rust. Now you gotta have a fight. Fight off the rust. Work it away. See how that goes in there? Nice and easy. Do the same thing in here. Oh, this is 60 years old. Wet a little bit. Take the brush, spread it around. This is a little example of what we're doing. It's hard to work with one hand. The other hand holding the camera. Right, a little bit more. Let's see what we're doing. Pick it up with the brush. Put it where it belongs in the metal. Paint the whole thing with it. Get the mechanism in there. On the edge. This is the screen that goes on top of the fly. This here bearing. That's lubricated. We got rubs on the plastic. And we'll never wear the plastic out. Perfect. Put it on the inside. Also down in the bottom. Pick up no dust more than normal, so you'll never pick up any rust. For binding. And that's the most important thing. A dirty old brush, just wipe it on wood. Like this. Wood bench. Use this outside and outdoor. Greek guy gave this to us. Probably about 100 years old. A piece of wood. Wood bench. Very nice. Old wood. Beautiful thing. Paint that sucker. Let it set. Look at the dirt on the bottom. Get all the grease and grime off it. We buff that with a rag. Back together with the motor. It looks like a new motor. Picture of it, show it to you. That's enough.